Bitcoin and Litecoin update. Are the bulls in control? What's up, guys? Crypto Savvy here. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Thursday. We're going to take a look at Litecoin and then Bitcoin, and then stick around to the end of the video, and we're going to look at that Bitcoin daily chart versus the gold weekly chart and see where we're at on that. Pretty interesting. I'm pretty hyped about it, so definitely stick around for that. Also, I want to give you guys a reminder, leave your comments in the comment section down below. That'll get you a chance to win the free t-shirt. We do the drawing on Sunday. We'll pick a random comment from a random video throughout the week, so make sure you comment on all the videos to be entered to win. Yeah, and the other thing I want to discuss is we've reached 1,800 subscribers today. I wanted to give you guys a huge thanks. I really appreciate it. You've helped this channel grow tremendously. So just keep it up, guys, sharing the videos, doing whatever you're doing, because it's working. I really appreciate it. And let's get into the charts. But first, I do want to remind you guys that if you're doing any charting, I suggest you use the Brave browser. It works excellent, less lag, especially when I'm recording videos and stuff. And if you open up a lot of charts, it handles it a whole lot better than Chrome. So there is a link to that in the bottom of my description, as well as a link to the Discord channel, free Discord channel. And there's also a link to ABRA. If you sign up to ABRA, deposit $100, they give you $25 worth of free Bitcoin. Also, there's a link to Coinbase. You sign up with an account to them, you get $10 of free crypto. So check out that stuff in the description below, and let's get on with the video. 1, 2, 3, go! All right, guys, as always, I want to start out by saying I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion and my view of the market only. Anybody that's doing any trading or investing in this market, I suggest you do your own due diligence and your own research, as this market can be extremely volatile and risky. Also, keep in mind that it's still a speculative market. Don't put in more than you're willing to lose. With that being said, if you're new here or you haven't already, hit the subscribe button in the lower right-hand side of the screen. That'll get you subscribed to the channel. And then if you tick the little notification bell, that'll get you notified when I post new videos so you don't miss out on anything, as I do post videos every day. So the other thing, smash those likes, leave your comments, let me know what you think. Really appreciate it, guys. Let's get into the charts. So this is Litecoin on the daily, and still looking at this as a possible cup, a handle forming here, and we'll do that measured move. And I do this every time just so the new people can see it. I'm sorry you guys got to go through it again, but still exciting to me. 179 would be the target of the breakout from here. The neckline on it would be around the $99 range. So that's where we're at with that. Now let's look at the RSI. And as you can see, I had this rising channel drawn in here. Zoom in so you guys can see it. Had the rising channel drawn here. We popped through the bottom, came back up. We're back in the channel now. So I do believe we have more room for the upside. And let's look at the 4 hour. And in the 4 hour, as you can see, I had this descending triangle, which we popped out of. I said we'd have a big move if we broke that, which we did. This does look in the RSI like this is a bull flag forming here. So I do believe there's more upward to go. Now we're going to look in the price. And as always, I want to start out looking at the bearish scenario, just because we have to keep in mind that that is possible, even though I'm bullish here. And I do believe the bottom's in for both Bitcoin and Litecoin. So, but we do want to look at the bearish scenario here. And I believe in the worst case, as you can see, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Well, let's zoom out a little bit first. You can see I had this rising channel in here that we were within for quite some time. Let me move this over. And we ended up breaking through the top of it, came back down. We were testing the top for support. We ended up breaking through, came back down to the bottom again, and ended up breaking down through that. Now we're back up in it now, and the bottom of that channel seems to be holding as support, guys. So let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah, the bottom of the channel here seems to be holding as support, but the measured move, and I would do the same measured move as last time, measuring, we would take this measurement here, which would be the width of the channel, and if we were to break down around where we're at now through the bottom of the channel, then my target would be around the $58.50 to the $59 range, which could bring us back down into this. But As of now, guys, I don't see that happening, and I wouldn't be worried about it unless we broke down past the $70 mark, and then, you know, we could possibly be looking at that. So let's look at the targets I believe that are coming. And I'm going to add another one right in this area. If we get to the top of this channel again, it's going to be around the $87 range, and I'm just going to stick a price target in there right in this area somewhere. And again, guys, that could change depending on where we hit the top of this channel. But if we do break through that channel, the first measured move out of that would be the width of the channel. That gets us around the $100 range. And that was at 99 or whatever. I did move it up a little since we are moving along, and these trend lines raise as we go along. So, and the other measured move is measuring this as a flagpole, this as a big bull flag. And that would get us up to the $110 range, guys. And I believe either one of these, if we hit either one and get, you know, we get resistance, I do believe the top of this channel is going to become our support after that. Of course, we'll have to wait and see, but that's where I'm at with that. Let's go into Bitcoin real quick. Don't forget to stick around to the end. We're going to be looking at that Bitcoin daily versus gold weekly chart and see where we're at on that. And I'll use that to show you why I believe the bottom is in with both Bitcoin and Litecoin. Obviously, I'm going to show you for Bitcoin, but as in all the coins, they all follow Bitcoin. So, all right, looking at this as a cup, possible handle forming. And if we did a measured move off the breakout of that, if we do break back up above that 5650 range, the target of that cup and handle is about 8,200. Which would, you know, coincide with all this cluster over here, old support and resistance. So keep that in mind. I do believe, you know, that's where we could be headed. And I've told you guys in videos before that it's not like we're going to move straight up. You know, I have this long-term trend line here that kind of gives us an idea when we may hit these. And this $6,500 range could be, you know, the first week of May here. The $6,900 range, and that's again if this trend line's correct here. But by the end of May, maybe 69 to 7,000, and the target, the 8,200, will probably be sometime in August. Again, if I have this trend line correct. So, but I do believe it is correct. And let's go into the RSI real quick on the daily. See what's going on here. Had this rising channel drawn here. We broke through the bottom. We broke back up into the rising channel. Now, could we get all the way up to the top again? Possibly, but not sure that's going to happen. We may come up, you know, back up into this area, though. Let's look at the 4 hour and take a look at where we're at on that. All right, in the 4 hour, I had the same thing. There's this long-term rising channel. We've had it drawn forever if you've been watching my channel. And over here, I drew a symmetrical wedge or symmetrical triangle, whichever you want to call it, which we broke down out of, came back down, tested the bottom of this channel for support, got support, broke back in this triangle. And I do believe we'll come up, test the top of this again. If not break through, you know, then we'll come back down a little. But we do have more room to move up here. That's why I'm still bullish on this move in particular. Let's get into the price real quick. All right, looking at the price, we have some targets in here. We'll look at the bearish first, just because it is possible, even though I don't believe it's we're gonna have to worry about the bearish scenario, but we do need to be prepared just in case. So looking at this rising channel here, I have a measured move off of the rising channel down to 4350. In my eyes, guys, that is the absolute worst case scenario. But that's if we break this line here, and that's going to be, I'd say if we broke the 5,000 and we went below, then we're probably looking at this area. I do have another wedge or another channel drawn in there that it looks like we are trying to break out of. Sorry about that. And we have, I do want to point out yesterday, what I put in there yesterday, if you guys remember, you can see this here. This was a measured move of this triangle if we were to break up, in which we did break up out of, and it almost hit the target of around 5,400. Obviously we still have more room in this candle, which could be possible we get up and hit there, but I do believe if we get up to that range and then the top of this becomes our support, you know, obviously our bigger move up. And again, guys, I've been posting my trade in the Discord, and that is free in the bottom in the description under the video if you want to check out the Discord. It's a good group of people in there. Everybody tries to help each other out and kind of learn from each other. So anyways, I am sorry about the phone. I don't know why it's going off so much, but anyways. All right, look at the measured move down. If we did a measured move out of this little rising channel in here, that would get us around the 4860 range, which, like I said, unless we go below 5,000, I don't see this happening, but I do want to look at that. We're going to go into the daily and see what that looks like on the daily, as in the RSIs. And that would get us these, obviously, this is another thing I wanted to point out. Here's the golden cross we've been talking about. This is my 55 EMA crossing my 200 EMA. We did get the golden cross. Worst case scenario, we come back down, maybe touch the 55 EMA, like I said, which is around the 4850 range. Somewhere in there is where it would be. But I don't see that happening as of right now. Let's go back into the 4 hour and look at these targets. So that's my bearish. These are my bearish targets here. And I'll put another target in right there, just so we remember. All right, now for our targets going up, which I believe is going to happen. As you can see, looks like we're breaking through here. We did a measured move off of the breakout there using that channel. That gets us up here to the 5630 range, guys. So I'm going to put another target in there, the 5630. And my next target would be the top of this channel here. That's around the $5,800 range, guys. And that's where we need to watch. If that does break, then, you know, things are going to get obviously extremely bullish. So the measured move off of this bigger channel here, I hope you guys are following me here. It's not too confusing. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible, but that would get us up to the 6530 range, and that would be the top of that long-term trend line that I showed you a little bit ago. Now, the next measured move off that would be looking at this as a bull flag right here, and this here being our flag pull. And measure the flag pull, put it at where we would break out, and which I believe would be around the 5,800 range if we were to break up and out of this. And that gets us up to the 6980 range, which, like I said, that would be somewhere in the end of this month. We would be looking at that range. So that's where we're at with that. Let's get into the Bitcoin daily chart. If you're new here and haven't seen this, I've drawn trend lines from each peak down to the breakdown. And when we zoom in here in a little bit, you'll see that each one of these lines is significant. It's acted as support and resistance. So we're going to look at the gold chart now. And here's the gold weekly. Obviously, this was a longer period. This was 20-some years compared to about a year and a half of Bitcoin. But times are a lot faster. Bitcoin's digital gold. We have the internet. We have social media. Everything's a lot faster. Everything's easier access, and just times are sped up, guys. So, but looking at this, once we broke through here, I do want to point out that right in here, the gold ETF was approved March of 03, and look what happened after that. You know, just a huge bull run. That's why I believe we're going to get some good news here. If not the ETF, something's going to happen in Bitcoin, and we're going to continue up. If we look at this, I like to say I don't believe in a hyperwave, and I think it's bullshit, because this looks just like the gold chart or the Bitcoin chart, which is a hyperwave. That would have got this down to like $50 or something. Never happened. We had a nice rounded bottom. No big capitulation candle. Let me zoom in so you guys can see that. you hear less and less about the big capitulation candle everybody was saying we had to have. You know, Crown was saying it, Tone, Tyler's still saying it, but as you can see in gold, we just had a nice rounded bottom, 2 touches on the bottom trend line. Now if we go into Bitcoin and look at what's going on there, 2 touches on the bottom trend. We're having a nice momentum move up now. And like I said, each one of these trend lines here, as you can see, nice rounded bottom. This was our capitulation, in my opinion, guys. And this is accumulation zone. I mean, we are definitely in accumulation, if you ask me. And I said it yesterday, I'm going to say it again. Anybody that's waiting on those Tyler Jenks's $1,000 Bitcoin, I will see you at 7,000 when you're FOMOing in, realizing that that's never going to happen. So anyways, I do want to point out, stick around. We're going to look at the RSI too. I'm going to show you why I believe the bottom's in for sure. But each time we touched one, we got resistance, came back down, tested as support. These lines are very significant. Like I said, they're off of each peak. And right now we're breaking back through this one. And I believe once, you know, if we can open and close tomorrow's candle above it, I believe we'll stay above it. And then we're shooting towards this. And if you look at where it would be at, it's right at that 65.70. That's the $6,500 target I showed you in the last chart. So very significant. Once we break through that, guys, I believe it's just going to be a parabolic rise. It could be, well, I don't want to say parabolic. It could gradually go up, but I think it's going to go up pretty quick, guys. And I think we're going to get some really good news around this area. So just my opinion, but I do believe it's going to happen. So let's look into the RSI real quick. We'll start out with the weekly. And just to show you the trend lines. And guys, everybody comparing the 2013 bull market as in price action with our, you know, the EMAs or the MAs and all that, and it's got to do the same thing. That's absolute bullshit. Don't listen to it. If you look at the bull market before 2013 was nothing like this. You cannot judge it. It's not going to repeat itself exactly, guys. It's just not going to happen. But anyways, here's a 2013 bull market. Got this trend line coming down. We tested it twice, broke through, never looked back. Same thing over here, 2018 bull run, then the bear market. Tested this trend line twice, and now we're up. And I don't believe we're going to look back. We may have a little bit of correction here and there, but guys, I believe that there's good times to come. But let's look at the monthly now. And looking at the monthly, you can see I have the 2 arcs drawn here. 2013 bear market. Or bull run, I'm sorry, 2017 bull run, followed by the bear market, followed by the bear market. Each one of these arrows here represent a low in the RSI, bottomed out, continued up. We've had 4 over here in this bear market, 4 over here in this bear market. Now, I do believe that this line, this arc is probably going to be quicker, something like this. So keep that in mind. I do believe, you know, if we haven't started the actual bull run right now, people are going to be convinced that it started very quickly. So again, I hope you're not waiting on that $1,000 Bitcoin, guys, because I think you're going to be very disappointed. And maybe you can get everybody that was saying we're going to see sub 3,000 and you believed them. Maybe they'll pay you back or something for the money you lost waiting on their call. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, click the Crypto Savvy logo above my head. That'll get you subscribed to the channel. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. Smash those likes. Leave your comments, guys. Really helps the channel out, and I appreciate each and every one of you for subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. So that's it for today, and I will see you tomorrow.